And Travis Steele said that they are struggling with the physicality of Tennessee, and Tennessee only has 3 fouls on them. So if the game is allowed to be physical, that's not good for Miami.
Ament with the rejection.
Mosley up top, Sutton. Sutton puts it on the deck, driving, blocked by Ament.
Back to Isaacs. He's got to pull the trigger. 3 ball off the mark. AG though with an offensive rebound.
Plethora of subs on the way. Good flow of play for both sides.
Turnover. Robinson. Alley-oop. Barrett.
You know, I know we've talked about it a lot, but they lost the one guy. Joshua Lee blocked the shot. Ament.
And then a terrific shooter tucked away in that corner with Ament. Downhill drive, block from behind. Those top 3 or 4, that's a big game early in the season, but Tennessee is still built to win it. Arkansas is built to win it. Watch, Florida can get back in it the way they play. Alabama's by Auburn. Yeah, just the alertness and the quickness to the ball, the recovery speed of Auburn. Not easy to do against Akpara. Williams-Adams was there to just blow it up. Size advantage from Murphy. Good pass. That's a block.
Denying the ball. They're almost face guarding him. They're not helping off him at all. You take a look at Boswell.
See, Ament is a Wooden Award mid-season top 25 candidate. There are 4 of them from this league, and 2 of them are in this game. Ament and Thomas Howe. Ruben Chingulu has
defensively, trying to continue where they left off in the first half.
Big rebounding advantage for the Volunteers, plus 11. Now rebounded Texas A&M 28-17, and that included 13 offensive rebounds. Kari Lane.
Rebounding teams don't wait for the release. They fight on the rise up.
That's blocked there. Ament's got a couple of blocks.
A really good aggressive push by Bishop Boswell.
Yeah, mighty good shooter. 5 in burnt orange. Titus has it. Hard in the hole.
And be ready on defense. Tennessee, Lou didn't get set there defensively.
Boy, Tennessee is just, they're not a big three-point shooting team, but they have now attempted 9.
And you almost wonder if Missouri's giving them something. You won't give Gillespie something. You're probably going to give Evans an open look. And so far, Tennessee's not converted.
That would be the key for Oklahoma in their zone. Can you rebound out of it? Great. You never know how the draft goes, but for him, he's a player who definitely played the next level.
Hubbard. Williams-Adams. Pettiford for 3. No good. Again. Auburn looking like Tennessee.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's what Tennessee did to Auburn in the first half.
Yeah, you talk about pace. 32 shots in that first half, but Tennessee just so efficient in every possession.
Super efficient, obviously.
Big, just a classic clash of styles this first half.
Tennessee's got 24 of their 33 in the paint.
Taking it down the floor, and now they're up 5. Council can't shake Bird. Finds Jackson, almost traveled. Rosario, deep 3.
Reese surveys, skips it over, left wing 3 on the way, short. And
great start when you get on the road because you kept the crowd very quiet here in Mizzou Arena. Missouri's a very good shooting team, and if they get the crowd touching you with that shoulder and knocking off contact.
6'8", 267 is Jalen Carey. Carey, of course, at Kentucky, a sharpshooter. Hounded by Gillespie. Klafke, good crossover, quick release off to the right.
He said to his team was, you can't let the roller get below you, and that's exactly what happened there with Akpara.
Smith backing in, they're working around. Broadneck's on the triple, misfire.
Half of Tennessee's points have come in the paint. A talk off the mark on Georgia's team. Ross keeps going with penetration, kick out, stab. About 3 games ago and said, son, I'm going to give you a chance, and man, has he produced.
Tied again at 31.
The collisions at the rim, you've got to win in this league.
Wagner
picking up his second foul. In the corner it goes. Freeman misfired.
Auburn has just made it so much tougher to throw those entry passes. That was way too easy if you're Tennessee.
Freeman. Back to Hall. Hall lines up another three. That one.
Play on both sides of the court. You had curls from Ament, then you had dribble handoffs, rolls.
Georgia. Coach Mike White only has one timeout.
Bellinger. The big man Ament on him. Oh, making him dance. Step back three. Pounded inside.
P.J. Carter in the game for LSU. Fifth-year senior, transfer from Memphis.
Oh, Sutton's got to shoot that.
They want Sutton to be a little more assertive.
Nate Ament guarding Otega Owe over in the corner. Aberdeen the lob. Diabate the kick. Good recovery by Ament. Spin by Owe.
Lead to 26. So if you're Tennessee State, set an on-ball screen.
Attempted 9.
And you almost wonder if Missouri's giving them something. You won't give Gillespie something. You're probably going to give Evans an open look. And so far, Tennessee's not converted.
Well, Ament strips it out of Barrett's hands. Loose ball. Ament.
If it goes in.
when it goes in. Yeah, you can tell Acuff really wants to do some work here. He gets it to Knox.
Now at 5. Lane pulls back, gives it away. Shot clock at 1. The 3 on the way off the front iron, touched last.
Lorian Tenebe. Once again, for your SC State, you hope he's the most well-conditioned athlete on the court because he's going to be running around a lot.
Pat, all things considered, they're down 8. Oh, a par
out of that ball screen action in the empty corner.
Ethan Berg into the game. They get it to McLaughlin, who kicks for an Okereke corner 3. Volunteers. Myers has to go back and get it. Myers thought about a logo 3. Now he'll take a deep one and
He is kind of that do-everything guy, and if you can have a shutdown defender, think of what Elijah Martin meant last year to Florida.
Or Will Richards.
But
they are one of 3 teams since 2000 to rebound 45% of their misses. That is an incredible number.
Rick Barnes says it's part of our identity. Here's Mara again. Ament pokes it away. Right to Burnett. Ament.
Uzan kicks to the wing. There's Harwell at the end of
the heart of the paint and running him off of either side of the screen.
Jackson off the mark, offensive board.
School components to this Tennessee offense, just a simple high-low. One big catches it high around the free throw line, and he tries to lob it down low for the other big.
It's a staple of Rick Barnes, too.
Beyond the arc to begin this one.
Tennessee really needs to get a stop. You know, I like what the Norse are doing. They're moving the ball from side to side, making Tennessee's defense really work.
Elliott 3 off the mark.
And then played at Maryland for Kevin Willard. Then Willard left and went to Villanova, and he went into the portal.
Thank you for that. I said North Florida. Northern Colorado is where Connect came from.
Speaking right now at the right time.
Yeah, Tennessee #1 in scoring defense in the league. #2 in field goal percentage allowed. #2 in three-point field goal defense. Another Rick Barnes type of team. T.O. Barrett. Missouri's trying to crack this code. Cruz throws one up, and that one down.
Handlers, all that. They have been 100% behind Rick Barnes the entire year. That's not the norm these days, unfortunately.
with design plays and a high-efficiency offense.
Every mistake in a game like this is just magnified by 2 or 3 of a normal game.
Mirkovic spin move with a left, no good.
Player of the year out of Hoover, Alabama. Here's Hall. Jovic comes up to set a screen. It's good to see Overton back on the floor. Sees a wide open Pettiford. They swing it to the corner. Freeman. Boy, good possession.
Gillespie can take that mantle and run with it. But he's a quiet guy. Wanting to lead by
Spin move, had it poked away. Shot clock now to 7. Here's Broadnax going to work. Broadnax looking for his first bucket. Broadnax fade and fire. Can't buy it.
Right up, got out of it, almost turned it over. A ragged possession right now for Kentucky. Garrison, no. Tip, no. Tennessee ball.
Here in the second half, Miami is 1 for 9 with 3 turnovers. Tennessee has opened up its largest lead of the day
as an offensive rebounder. It's a bad match right there.
Yeah, Tennessee's defense is different. They play at the three-point line. They have their heels. They just don't want you to penetrate. Iowa State, they're putting pressure on you. Look where the Tennessee guys are. They're all packing it in.
Heisey trying to dribble through traffic. Tipped around.
Advantage for the Volunteers, plus 11. Yeah, rebounded Texas A&M 28-17, and that included 13 offensive rebounds. Kari Lane.
Lewis running to the basket.
Oweh throws it up to the rim. That may have been a pass, and Garrison comes down with it. And now finds Johnson, who takes the 3. Can't make
away, but ripped right back by Onienso. Sha'Carri White is checked in for Virginia. He was the MVP on Friday with a season-high 26 points. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis puts up a 3.
Mississippi State has started to run much better. No, not stagnant. Players moving and screening and cutting with a purpose.
McGee off the back iron of that paint and was going to throw it up to someone in the dunker spot, but the defense backed off, allowed him to use his left hand to get to the basket.
Gardner Webb held under 20 points. That's the lowest Tennessee.
I know we've talked about it a lot, but they lost the one guy. Joshua Lee blocked the shot. Ament.
The Aggies don't have as much of a quickness advantage with Nate Ament at the 4.
Dominguez, no. Tip.
Than they did on Monday of finding that third and fourth person.
Sure, 1 for 2 from the line. It was the 5th foul on senior L.J. Wells for Northern Kentucky. Yeah, you mentioned who's going to be that next guy or two that steps up. It's been Estrella today. Nelson, step back jumper.
2.
Every segment that gets clicked off, LSU will get more and more confidence.
Finish those.
Wells. Kicks. Robinson. And tipped away.
Raised in Boston Celtics country in Scarborough, Maine, and grew up a fan of the Celtics, and that means Kevin McHale in the 80s, and that jump hook as Nichols on the floor. And he's still loose ball down there. Finally.
Momcilovic finally gets the ball in his hands, has to give it up, and he turns.
To have, again, make a concerted effort to get the ball in the interior.
Gillespie 23 points, 5 assists on Tuesday, and has Tennessee.
Tough inbounds play. And stole.
They come on a break, had him.
No, I mean, just show up with a 2-page, right?
I wouldn't say anything. It'd be normal. Bring back in Sarah, who's got more on Amari Abram.
Yeah, guys. Well, in terms of the starting lineup, Coach Barnes said that the guy that's going to win that 5th spot consistently is going to be the best.
Big time offensive rebound. Tennessee's 5th of the game. Devin Hines has been lethal for North Florida. He's sitting with 9 points. Nate Ament, deflection.
Types of points They think Estrella should be converting at a higher rate. Jasper Johnson in to Garrison. Difficult pass.
Robinson trying to inbound, and Ament.
Weren't as highly recruited. And of course, the great Williams, Admiral Schofield, players to go with it.
I'm in that low post, sized his man up with the bang to the middle and went left shoulder to the jump hooker.
Those little rip screens up around the elbow are putting Kentucky in a position.
He struggles with length. Kerry does around the rim. There's the alley-oop to Knox and Ament's length.
To this one, Tennessee generates a turnover. Gillespie hard contact today.
And Francis and Grant are going to have to be the two that can score the ball.
Fan bases of these different programs to take a trip to Las Vegas. Badunga